Hello there. So I just want to update. It's been a minute since I've been able to sit down and work on a video, and that's just because I've been busy. Spring, we're getting close to spring break here, and that's always busy at work seasons, and I'm busy in spring, so spring is just a bad time for videos for me. It takes me a while to get up with videos, but I have a live deductions video that I'm editing right now, so that'll be up soon. And then there's this video. So I do have videos going up. It's just I'm much slower with them than normal. But I wanted to share a deduction tip video today on the subject of accelerated learning. Accelerated learning is something that I've been benefiting from in the past few months because it's busy for me. So I don't have as much time as I would like to learn new skills, projects, to work on projects, hobbies. And that can be detrimental to someone in the deduction field who doesn't have a whole lot of time. When you're super busy, it can crowd out your time for learning things and can kind of kill your interest in your hobbies and deduction and new skills that you're trying to acquire and learn. So accelerated learning is extremely important. So the first step for accelerated learning is speed reading. Now there is the standard speed reading method of like running your finger along the words as you read them so you can read them faster without stopping, and not stopping when you mess up or skip a word or something like that, because one word isn't going to change the meaning of the story or whatever you're trying to learn. Skipping a couple words here and there, learning to read bulk sets of words, that's great. It's a great first step to speed reading, but it doesn't work for everyone. And part of this is because in speed reading, a lot of people will skip over a step that allows your mind to retain the information that you're reading. So learning to describe the key points that you're learning while you're reading will help you to be able to speed read effectively and retain the information that you're speed reading. But then there's also the method that I use, which is the OPIR method, OPIR, which stands for Overview, Preview, Enview, Review. Those 4 steps. So you overview what you're about to read. So you read the front page, the back page, the blurb, the writer's notes, the publisher's notes, all those things in overview. Then you preview the text that you're going to read that day. If you're just going to read a chapter, overview the chapter that you're reading to get the key points out of the preview. So you preview the chapter you're going to be reading. You look for subheadings, keynotes, footnotes, anything like that, and you read those in your preview step. Then there's the in-view, which is the actual reading of the chapter, of the text that you're looking at that day, which you can apply your typical speed reading techniques to this step. And that'll allow you to kind of retain all the information. And then there's review, which is when you go back through and you kind of describe what you've learned. Following these steps, these 4 steps, will help your speed reading to be more effective. Because a lot of people will speed read, forget what they read, and have to reread it again. This kind of prevents that step. The second part of accelerated learning is speeding your videos. Watching your videos at ×2 speed. Or listening to your audiobooks at accelerated learning speeds. What this does is, obviously, it allows you to go through information, larger portions of information in shorter periods of time. And it may seem silly or daunting, but it sincerely works. If I have to get through a 14-minute, 20-minute video on a subject, I will run it at ×2 speed, and I get just as much information out of it as I would at normal speed. Sometimes I get more information out of it, because if I go back to normal speed, it seems slowed down, and I am losing my attention on it. Which is a problem with, a lot of people today, is they just have shorter attention spans. So listening to videos or audiobooks or whatever at ×2 speed can be beneficial, can help you learn things faster and retain that information as well without losing interest. And then there's the Pythagorean memory technique that I explained in, I think, my last episode of Mind Palace Memory Training, where you kind of mentally unpack everything you've learned in the day. And this technique combines with this whole subject of accelerated learning, because accelerated learning, you can learn so much in a day, but if you forget it when you go to sleep, then you have to relearn everything the next day. But this Pythagorean memory technique allows you to unpack all of that, which helps you get to sleep sooner, which is an awesome bonus. But it also, by doing this mental unpacking, allows you to retain that information for longer periods of time, with less effort. So that's an interesting bonus for this memory technique. And it combines fluidly with any kind of accelerated learning. And then teaching yourself useful skills. Say, for example, you want to learn programming. That's a huge undertaking. But if you tell yourself that you want to learn how to program a calculator, a smart mirror, or just light up functions on something, or you want to learn how to work on a car, don't learn everything about the car. Don't learn about every model of car out there. Learn how to take care of the engine on your model of car. That's only one thing to learn. And it allows you to take your first steps into that subject and feel more practical about it. Because if you try and undertake everything about being a mechanic or everything about programming, it can cause you to burn out extremely fast. And then you just lost all the time that you learned, or that you spent learning on that subject. So setting minimal goals on a subject that you're trying to learn. Don't try to learn an entire language. Try and learn greetings in that language. Try and learn just a set number of words in that language. There's a saying, not a saying, but a statistic. To be fluent in a language, you only need to know like 250 words in that language, I think is the number. 250 words is a much more achievable goal for learning a language than trying to learn the whole language. So that can be beneficial for accelerated learning as well. And then just having the mindset of an entrepreneur or a polymath. These are, having that mindset has helped me to stay motivated even when I'm busy, to learn new skills, learn new subjects, practice on deduction, practice on skills that I already do have, by thinking of myself as an entrepreneur, as a polymath, because I am able to take the time. Just having that mindset for some reason is extremely beneficial. But that's it. That's all the time I have on my phone right now to record, because I have other videos on the phone right now. That's it for this subject too. It covers pretty much everything I want to talk about accelerated learning. So thank you for watching and have a good day.